All right, guys, I lied. We're talking about AI again. I'm sorry, it just keep popping up. But today we're gonna be talking about, well, what is like you no longer need talent. You no longer need to create anything. All you need is a AI bot to create all the things for you, like in music. I don't know what I was staring at that before I did the intro. But anyways, welcome everybody to a new video. Hit the like, subscribe if you guys like our topic, aka the art drama of the world. As right now, it's kind of being like AI videos right now, but don't worry, I got some more mixed things coming up very soon. Like, I have 3 scripts done for my new other videos, original videos. I got my Metro Prime video, or at least artwork done, so keep a lookout for that because I'll be playing the game and then reviewing it and then give you guys some cool original artwork with that. But let's begin the topic. All right, guys, so what am I talking about today? Well, I'm talking about a company called Suno. So recently there was a tweet that went completely viral, and we're gonna go breaking down this story because this video is not gonna be bringing hate to the person. That's not the whole point of this. I just want to see or tell you guys, do you guys agree with her or you guys disagree with her? So let's begin with the tweet. So when we go over here, guys, here it is right here from Rosie Loves Soup. She wrote, I grew up singing. I sang everywhere I went. I wrote songs in my diary. I told teachers that I wanted to be a singer, songwriter when I grew up, but wanted to be a musician. And talent and sex required resources that low income families didn't have. My parents couldn't afford to get any instruments. They couldn't pay for music lessons. They couldn't get me into studios, a dream I had become just a memory until now. I am beyond proud and honored to get to work with the company that is enabling music creation for anyone, for a 13-year-old kid in their bedroom who dreams of being a musician. You can be one. For all the professional artists, you can do more what you love. I really wish Suno existed 20 years ago when I was a kid in elementary school, showing strangers songs I wrote with no way to produce them. But I'm really happy that it exists today for all the other kids who might need it. We are just getting started. So attached to the photo, I'm not gonna show the other photo because the picture of her, but as a kid. But here it is right here. Here's a photo that she posted. AI music platform Suno valued at $2.45 billion. Startup has raised $250 million. It says annual revenue has reached $200 million. I don't know how's that doing that because we'll get into it later. But Suno is actually in hot water because there's a couple lawsuits. But anyways, so she wrote this, you know, she thought she's gonna get a full-on support. There's a new platform. This is how you can create music. This is gonna be very easy for you guys to do. Yada yada, right? Well, the post went complete viral. It went to 21.5 million views, and well, she has as much as comments than she has likes, and we already know about this. That is very, very bad, especially when it comes to Twitter. Obviously, she's getting paid a lot of money for this post, by the way, because it's so many views. But let's check out the comments. So when we go to the comments right here, and I blocked everything, here you go. It says right here, at no point did I said it's impossible to make music and be broke. In fact, I said that I was writing diaries full of songs, singing them to people. Every creative project I did from 3rd to 6th grade was songwriting. Would it made it easier if I owned a piano or even a laptop? Yes, it would have made it easier. If I had a Suno, yes, we have so many first-time musicians, from kids to busy parents to seniors in hospitals, where Suno has made it easier for them to start. People also think Suno is the only prompt to song tool. It's not. By the way, I'm able to use it for songwriting as really inspired me. I get to upload my own lyrics, melodies, and voices note. I know so many songwriters who use it the same way. Underpainted their own vocals, turning in melody, then bump into guitar riff. So many independent artists who have made the music all their lives find value in the tool in different ways, and they put so much effort and heart, creativity in the way they do. Lifelong musicians are using Suno in their writing sessions to produce their next albums, but they're probably not talking about it because they see what happens to anyone who does. That doesn't mean they are using Suno in their creative process. This means that they can no longer be transparent about the creative process. I learned piano as an adult. I still sing every night. Suno hasn't made these things obsolete. It's made more fun for me and others to keep going, something we love. Here's the part where I'm kind of confused. So I thought Suno was supposed to be like to make everything a lot easier. But here's the thing, guys. Suno is, which I'll go to the website very soon, but Suno is a very tricky thing to use right now not because it's hard to like the bots to use, but if you're making a song or an album with it, you could get sued up the wazoo, especially if your album becomes extremely successful. Because as you guys right now, the AI has no copyright laws protected. Not only that, they lost one of their biggest case right now when it comes to music. Here it is right here, guys. OpenAI loses song lyrics copyright case in German court. Obviously, it's still in German, but if you guys don't know, they can still use this as an argument for the courts within the US or within the States. I checked. I could be wrong about that. Please let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that. I'll be completely fine with that. She's making it seem that Suno is going to be a great platform. As of right now, they're in a very dangerous territory because, like I said, they already lost a big lawsuit when it comes to AI music. So if you're creating an album, guys, with this product right here, you could get, especially if the album becomes extremely successful, like beyond, because remember, guys, there's two things that companies will come after you. If you're hurting their image or you're making so much money with something you don't actually really own. So they will probably come sue you if your album makes too much money. It's the same thing kind of like with fan art. If you make too much money with the fan art, whatever IP you're using, the companies will come after you because you're making too much money with it. It's kind of like, that's to me is the same thing. But let me know in the comments below if I'm wrong about that. But let's continue. So here's another comment right here that love you, Jasmine, but this really ain't it. Music is one of the most accessible fields to get into by far. Many of the favorite albums were produced in bedrooms on iPads, which is true nowadays. There's a difference though. They were produced, effort was put in by humans to create the sounds where we experience. There is no art quite as soulless as AI generated music. This doesn't enable new artists, it enables unmotivated people who don't care about the art. Which personally, I do agree with that because remember, guys, when so many people come into a field they don't really care about, just to like get into the trend, there's gonna be so much slop coming out. It's just gonna be so much boring stuff, so much lazy. Actually, when I was thinking about this, guys, it's very hard to argue against certain AIs, guys, because you got like music like Ice Spice in the recent SpongeBob song. Oh my god, that was garbage. I don't know, I'm going on a tangent, but she actually replied to this comment. So when we go to her comment, to her response, I think the biggest misconception here is that there's no effort put in by human. When so many musicians known using Suno are pouring hours and hours into music production, creating, putting in hard effort, every song they write, they're using their own lyrics, melodies, voices, beatbox, production, guitar, instrumentation. I really would encourage you to play around with any of the editing tools on the platform. Pseudo stem instruction audio upload, because this is exactly what they are built for. The fact that my independent musician friends tell me they're able to make more music with Suno and do it more affordably than before is one of that I could deeply care about. I know songwriters losing their voice from illness who feel like they can't hear themselves sing. These are people who have been musicians for their entire lives and they have things no tool has empowered them to be able to do before. You can surely use ChatGPT to write an entire essay from a single prompt. I would agree with you that prompting and not creating writing, but some of the best writers I know are using AI to help them proofread. Some of the best engineers I know use Cloud to ship more code, and some of the best musicians I know are using Suno to help finish their songs. Obviously, she's trying to make this company look very great because, again, this is the company that she's invested in. She has money into this company, so if this company goes down, she loses a lot of money. Obviously, she's not going to talk down about Suno, right? That makes it obvious. So that's why, from coming from her, it doesn't really seem like the best way to see if this Suno thing is good or not, in my personal opinion. But she posted this right here from Instagram Reel about a person who's quote unquote losing their voice and they're hearing their voice within like Suno.
You just give it a voice note. It turns it into your song. I'm gonna show you what I.
Pretty much, yeah. So using that to. I can't fully play it, guys, because again, I don't want this person, to copyright me within like their video, because that's simply their video. So supposedly she said, I can't thank you enough for the new cover tool you added up until now. Trying to articulate what I want my songs to sound like has been like trying to describe the color purple for people who've never seen it. This will help me differentiate between flaws in my songwriting versus composition. For being a short breath, what incredible gift you give us my voice back. Thank you so much. So she got her voice back, which again, I could see, I think every AI tool, AI bot, whatever you want to call it, will be good as a tool, but not as a fully final product. Meaning it's like, oh, the AI creates the lyrics, the AI creates a song, and then boom, you upload it and that's it. That's not how things are supposed to be. I think that's really bad, and I don't think that's a great approach to use this tool. But if this person using it as they create their own background music or lyrics or, you know, all that kind of stuff, put it all together within Suno, then okay, I can see an argument where like, okay, it could be beneficial where this tool could help you put everything all together of things that you created and use this tool to put, you know, put things together like a puzzle. I think it'll be fine in my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments below. But continuing, the one thing I will say this is like, this person is saying that, oh, you have to put a lot of effort and hours to use this tool, but not even that long ago she said that this tool is making it easier, that you don't have to put that much time into it no more. At least that's what I got within her first post. But continuing, here are more comments within the first post. Here's someone who posted this screenshot. AI music generator Suno admits it was trained on essentially all music files on the internet. Again, that could be very credible because I'll talk about a lawsuit that's happening right now with Suno. Due to just getting absolutely shredded, do not have any shame. No one who is actually creative uses this. Your independent musicians friends aren't making more music. When you use Suno, you don't make any music. You're stealing from your musicians who never consented. I think they may consented because it's a different word, to their music being used in the trained data. You're smart enough to know this. You just choose to be lying. This is just the beginning, guys. This is just the beginning. Because all the hate that she got in or the criticism she got in, she wrote a response. Generally, no hate to anyone. At the end of the day, you guys care about helping people, and so do I. I believe that music belongs to everyone, and that lowering the barrier to entry to music is a good thing. I don't think that's a good thing, in my personal opinion, to a certain extent. The reason why is because like if you let everybody to get into it, you're gonna have so much bad stuff. So we'll have like another era called the SoundCloud era, like in hip hop. Oh my god, that was one of the worst eras of hip hop of all time. But I'm getting on a tangent. Let's continue. Seeing the people light up when they get into creating music for the very first time. I see Suno improve the creation process for many lifelong fans. I know I get to work with independent artists day in, day out. I wouldn't be here if I didn't genuinely believe it. We will be more creators to do what they love. A wide range of musicians use Suno in the creative process, from inspiring musicians to independent musicians to Grammy-winning musicians. Which again, who? Give us examples. Put the names out there. You can't just say something and just not put examples of like who are using this product, because if you have like actual evidence of people actually using Grammy award-winning artists are using Suno, then put them out there. Unless they, for some reason, they want to use sign an NDA, and then I don't know. But continue it. They do put effort. Authentic songwriters are using Suno to underpaint their own vocals, lyrics, and melodies. Producers uploading their own beats, building on top of it, extracting stems in Suno Studio that they can take their own DAWs, which you could already do that, by the way. It's another tool that people can use to channel their own creativity. If this tool isn't for you, it's totally okay. I'll support it, or whatever helps people get their ideas across the finish line. I know AI is really scary. I worry about it too. If you're worried about it, why you're adding on to it? That makes zero sense. I talk about it in many times before. How do we make sure we enable AI for good and creativity? I think the question is every technologist and every consumer needs to think about. And I'm at Suno because I want to help push towards the right goals. It's our responsibility to foster technology for good. Ultimately, I believe in technology, ability to expand creation for more people. iPhones didn't end photography. It expanded the definition of who can be a photographer. It expanded the definition of who could also be a photographer. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube all expanded the definition of who could be a content creator. The fact that anyone could be a content creator today, if they want to be, is really effing cool to me. Which again is good and bad, because again, the good thing is more people could get into it. Bad thing is, well, more people could get into it. If you guys understand what I mean. Content creator completely changed my life, and I will always be going to be passionate about what I believe in, expanding my creation. We work with busy parents who make their kids songs about the water cycle. Pretty much, Suno is kind of like the Black Friday or Friday song from the Rebecca Black song, where that guy made songs for kids, were super cringy, not great, and I mean they went viral though. Give them that, kudos to that. But that's what it kind of sounds like to me. It's like taking advantage of parents of like, oh, give us a bunch of money and we'll create something for you in quote unquote AI, which we're not really gonna do anything much to it. We're just gonna put everything together. The beats gonna be created, the lyrics are gonna be created, and we're just gonna use your daughter's or son's voices, AI it, and then put it all together and make a song about it. What? That makes zero sense to me. We work with poets who want to hear their written words as melodies. We work with seniors in hospitals who see that they can still be creative. Honestly, that part, I'm okay with it. I think the big part of if seniors want to do that, that's perfectly fine with me. Because here's the thing. I hate AI. I'm not a fan of AI, but I understand people want to use it, and it's always going to be used. And if people like seniors want to use it, I don't really see a big problem with that, because what are they gonna do with it? You know, it's not gonna sell it. They're gonna go like, you know, there's no big benefit, only a personal benefit, and I think that's perfectly fine. Like personal use is fine, guys, but commercial use is where I believe that's the biggest controversy part of all this, guys. Is the obviously when everything becomes commercial. But yeah, let's continue and move on. This is actually a comment that I found it interesting right here, guys. So this is iPhone earn substantial cost to entry over, let's say, a disposable camera. Also, using an iPhone as a camera isn't quite the same as letting AI create and produce something for you. With an iPhone, you still have to take the picture. I don't think that analogy is hitting you like you intended. That is like saying a MIDI keyboard would replace a grand piano. Both are tools that can be accomplished the same task, but one is smaller and easier for anyone to own, and both require human creativity to truly shine. I don't know how the etiquettes are to an AI being trained, licensed music illegally. I can read the lawsuits Suno is currently entrenched in, or have an AI write or produce tracks for you. This is what she responded. Both our tools can be accomplished, the same task, but one is smaller, one is easier for anyone to use, acquired by human creativity, truly touched. So she pretty much recorded what she said right here, but this is the video that she posted with.
So I have this very simple, rough instrumental idea. Check it out. Super empty, so let's figure this out. I want to try Suno Studio. It's a new feature where you can upload your file and you can basically just create stems right in the project, kind of like working in your DAW. So let's see what kind of inspo we can get from that. Ooh. Okay.
And
yep, almost there, but I can.
Anyway, so she's just using how it's helping out, but the reply is funny because, well, there are already tools from extracting stems from tracks for free. I don't know why would I need to edit stems if they are coming from a track I already produced, unless you are fitting them into AI to produce around, let's say, a vocal stem. I have never had the issue of I can't extract stems or edit stems because I produced the entirely track on myself. It can bounce each individual instrument and have a separate stem, unless there is something I'm missing here. It seems like the issue you are just creating is taking a vocal stem, fitting into Suno to produce around it, taking all the artistry away, half of the joy of music production, in my opinion. It sounds designing around the idea and making something no one has heard before, but tweaking instruments parameters are present. You can see she's not having a great time right now. I mean, people are like going after her a lot. Personally, guys, don't go after her. It's not really gonna do much. It's not really gonna help solve this problem. But we're almost done with the end of this quote unquote tweets, because we have one more. So she recently posted, well, like not that long ago, she posted a video called Breathe. What this was of her singing a song. I'm gonna put a very few seconds so I don't get copyrighted, because I don't know if she owns a song or anything like that, but let's just play it. So there you go. She's singing, she wanted to showcase like, hey, I could sing. I don't need to use Suno as an AI tool, or it's just going to help me to create better music with this tool or something. I have no idea what she's starting to go with this song. But it's just her singing, guys. Just in case you guys want me like go forward. It's like, hey, what about the whole video? So she wrote, same people who told me to pick up an instrument are the same people saying this is worthless. Which is it? I think people are criticizing your music now because to them it's worthless, because you are enabling AI into the music creative field. And so now, no, in the eyes of the public now, no matter what you do now with your music or anything like that, especially online with some people, they're gonna dislike it automatically, even if it could be quote unquote good. But because you enable this product called Suno, you're already seeing bad in other people's eyes. That's why I see it. And so kind of like your music is sort of tainted, because when you look at the first comment, because people do not find any worth in your music anymore, since it comes from someone who twisted ideology of taking easier route by stealing people's work through AI, calling themselves artists is great. So there you go. So that's like I'm telling you, that's just pretty much how it's gonna go. And like I said, she tried to make everything good, maybe save face, maybe rebuild her image. My camera is acting up right now. Give me 1 sec. I don't know what's going on. All right, sorry about that, guys. My video quality was really high. I don't know why I was doing that. It was very weird. But let's just continue the video, guys. Let's look at the website of what she's representing. So this right here is Suno. You know, I can make music right now if I wanted to, I guess, whatever. But, you know, there's a couple like article companies have been talking about it, like Variety, Wired, Billboard, Complex, Force, Rolling Stone, and etc. And it says right here, mind blowing song quality. Whether you have a melody in your head, lyrics you've written, or just feeling you just want to hear, Suno makes high quality music creation accessible to all. I mean, yes, everything you need to make using music your way. 10 songs free daily, free AI generated, share it with the world, experience the modern song maker, create every day, keep it all, extract stems, draw into your doll. So they have a subscription plan, guys. So they have a free plan, a pro plan, and a premier plan. You know, give a bunch of extra stuff, you know, give more songs into the model, and, you know, unlimited stuff, right? That's the whole point of the plan. But this is why it's not good, because right now Suno is an active lawsuit. Major lawsuits involving AI platforms have been filed by record labels like Warner Music Group, Sonic Music, and Universal Music against companies such as Suno and Udio. Warner Music Group recently settled its case with Suno and has partnered with the company for licensed AI models. A parallel class action lawsuit was also filed by independent artists against Suno and Udio for similar copyright infringement claims related to trained models and authorized music. They settled with Warner Brothers, right? They have settled, so they have some kind of, so pretty much anybody who signed under Warner Brothers, Suno could actually use it. They could actually use it with certain licensing fees, which, you know what, it is what it is. That's perfectly fine, because Netflix does the same thing, where they have license to, you know, showcase some movies, TV shows, all that kind of stuff, right? But this is the part where it gets a little bit more crazier, because here's the good news. The Suno did not admit guilt. The settlement was led to a licensed AI models that compensate artists. So now the artists of all their label, when Warner Brothers to them, they will getting paid. They will get paid. And honestly, that's the best compromise you could get right now, because again, AI is not going anywhere, guys. So my hope is the same thing with like OpenAI, like all these other bots or whatever you want to call it. I feel like the artists should be constant, like at given money. I can't say the word, I don't know why, but give them money every time their quote unquote data is used for their whatever they're creating. The people should be getting paid fair. That's the best thing that could happen, in my personal opinion. But continuing, record labels versus Udio, the major labels was sued by Udio for similar reasons, alleging copyright infringement. Universal Music Group and Sonic Music Entertainment are reportedly in settlement talks with Udio, which they're probably gonna be talking about like again with licensing fees kind of thing. Independent artists, though, this is a little bit different. A class action lawsuit was filed by independent creators against Suno and Udio. It alleged that AI models were trained on copyright music from independent artists without permission, and the resulting music infringements on their rights. The plumbers argued their training methods fall under fair use, which honestly, not really, because nope, you cannot do that, by the way. But plaintiffs have provided numerous examples of AI outputs closely resemble independent works. Core arguments, labels, and artists. The court claimed that AI companies are infringement on copyright by using copyrighted music to train their models without consent or payment, potentially devalue human artists' work. AI companies they argue that the process is transformative and constitutes fair use, comparable to human being learning to write music by listening to other artists, and that their models are not simply copying and repeating. Yeah, that would have been a fine argument, but again, OpenAI laws lyric lawsuit in Germany not that long ago, and now the courts could use that lawsuit against them now. So it may not be looking good too much for Suno. Now they got a big win. Suno got a big win right now with their Warner Brothers deal. I mean, they're not gonna make as much money anymore because one, they have to pay the licensing fees. Two, they have to pay the artists. So they're not gonna make as much money anymore, which is great. I think it's very fair. If you're gonna use something, if the artist created it, you gotta pay them. That's my biggest thing that I want from all of this, guys, because AI's not gonna be gone overnight. I want the artists to be paid. It's the same thing with OpenAI, ChatGPT. All the people that are making images should be paying the artists who are quote unquote getting the data from, in my personal opinion. It's kind of like the Studio Ghibli thing, trend. All the people that created Studio Ghibli should have been paying a licensing fee for Studio Ghibli, in my personal opinion. Like, because again, the way that Mid Journey works, guys, is they had a subscription, guys. they're making money off of it. That's why they're getting sued right now by Disney, by Universal, you know, by all of them right now. And this is like no different, pretty much. Anyway, guys, so pretty much that's what's going on right now. There's a new product called Suno. I'm not really promoting it. I'm just like, you know, just that's what the whole video is about. My personal opinion, guys, I think if Suno is going to be a platform that people want to use, since they're making money off of it with subscriptions, even though they have a free version, I don't care. Obviously just be paying the artists, which looks like they are doing that for Warner Brothers. So again, devil's advocate, it is what it is. That means it's fair game. That means it's fair game. If they actually own the licensing rights for people to use for their platform, I guess it's fair game. As long as the artist getting paid, at least that's the best thing that could happen in my personal opinion. And I hope that goes to other AI tools in the future, where if somebody creates an image, a video, an animation, if you use, because again, data could be traced, guys. Data could be traced. It should be paying the artists in general, right? They should getting paid 100%. That's how the things that should be, and that's how I think the future is gonna go when things get more regulated. We'll see, because again, AI right now is very up in the air. It has won some lawsuits or I guess settle a lawsuit and a lawsuit within copyright infringement over in Germany. So it's like a 0-1 tie, 0 loss, 1 loss as of right now. So we're gonna see, we're gonna find out more about this with like future lawsuits, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna continue happening right now. This going on right now with the independent artists. We're gonna see how people feel about AI in general, because right now we are getting so much controversy with AI music right now. There's like a cowboy country song was like #1 in the charts recently, and it was AI. So I have no idea what's gonna happen in the future, guys. So let me know what you guys think about all this. Again, don't say hate to the person. That's not what the whole point of the video is about. The whole point of the video is kind of saying, pay the artist at least. That's my whole stance, guys. Pay the artist at least, right? All right, peace out. Woo! Pew!